Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Diễu and today I will teach you how to make croissant. And this is very special one. Is have red chili sauce in the croissant. Is so yummy delicious. Yes, and it smells so good. Get ready? Let's start it. You might have heard making homemade croissant is difficult because of all the rolling. But if you follow my recipe and technique, you will find it's not true. I think you'll be very satisfied making your own croissant at home. Yay! First, prepare for the dough ingredients. 250 grams all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 30 grams of white sugar, 15 grams milk powder. In a stand mixer with a dough hook, add all the dry ingredients in the mixing bowl and add 15 grams softened butter, 150 ml water mixed with half a tablespoon of yeast. Add to the mix. Mix for 2 to 3 minutes on a low speed and stop when the dough becomes smooth or just well combined. Avoid over-mixing the dough and making the dough elastic as the gluten will develop during the folding and rolling process. Transfer the dough into the bowl and cover it. Let it rest for 2 hours in a warm place. After 2 hours, punch dough and shape it flat on the tray. Keep in the fridge for 2 hours or overnight. So this croissant is the butter croissant infused with gochujang Korean red pepper sauce, which gives a sweet and savory flavor with a little spicy kick. To add the gochujang, first I make into the sauce like in a bibimbap sauce with 1 package of gochujang paste, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 Asian pear puree or finely grated, and 2 tablespoons of rice syrup. Mix them all together and that's it. Finish. It's so easy. So now you have gochujang sauce. You will need 150 grams of room temperature butter, 2 teaspoons of Korean spicy sauce, to the softened butter and blend them well. Shape the butter into a 7 by 7 square on a parchment paper. Wrap with plastic wrap and chill it in the fridge until ready to use. Take the chilled red chilies infused butter out of the fridge and allow it to soften until it's nice and pliable before you roll it into the dough. Roll the dough out into a square shape, slightly bigger than the size of the butter. Position the square butter like a diamond inside the dough. Fold the 4 corners of the dough to cover the butter and pinch the sides to seal them together. Tap the dough with a rolling pin to warm up the butter, then roll the dough out to triple the size. You should have a long rectangle. Now making the first single turn, just like a paper towel, folding a paper towel by first folding the top edge over the center, then fold over the remaining. That's it. That is the single fold. Rotate the dough 90 degrees on the countertop. This step is very important before each rolling out of the dough, so that the dough is stretched in all directions, not just lengthwise. And roll the dough out again to make a long rectangle to make a second turn. It's called a book fold. Fold like a book. Again, first fold the top edge to the center and fold up the bottom edge to meet the center. Fold in half to finish the book fold. That's it, just like that. Wrap it up and chill it in the fridge for an hour or up to 2 hours. After it rests, repeat for another 2 turns, 1 book turn and 1 single turn. So you have 4 turns in total. Brush off the excess dusting flour before folding. If raggedy dough, patch it up with cooling the dough. So after the final turn, wrap it up and return the dough to the fridge for another hour or in the freezer for 40 minutes. Hey, finally, after making 4 turns, let the dough rest in the fridge. Now it's time for roll out and cut shape into the croissant. I'm excited! Roll it into 12 or 14-inch long, 8-inch wide rectangle. Divide the base to 4 4-inch base. The dough tends to shrink while you're cutting it, so make a triangle cut. From the triangle, I make a small cut in the middle on the base. Roll up to a croissant shape and set it on the baking tray. I like to keep the tray in the fridge and bake it fresh in the morning, so I have a fresh baked croissant for breakfast or maybe brunch. Fresh baked croissant is the best. For proofing, I leave the tray out in an unheated oven or in room temperature for 4 hours. Egg wash before baking. I mix it, a quarter cup of heavy cream in 1 egg yolk, and brush on the top of the croissant. Preheat the oven for 400 Fahrenheit. As soon as you put the tray in the oven, turn the oven down to 375 Fahrenheit. Bake for 15 minutes, then rotate the tray and continue to bake for another 10-15 minutes or until golden brown. To bake them on the same day, let them proof for at least 2 hours. If you have time to proof for full 4 hours, it's better. The longer you proof, the more likely your butter stay in the croissant and not leak out while you're baking. Remember, you cannot overproof, so give it a good amount of proofing time. See, it's fresh baked. Ooh. So, you also freeze the dough for up to a month. If you choose to freeze the dough, you can thaw it out in the fridge for 8 hours overnight, and it will be ready to bake for the morning. Proof and age wash before bake. Yay! Okay, that's it. Let me know if you love your spicy croissant. Look at that spiral. It's chef approved. Yay! It's a savory croissant that you can make at home. Wow, awesome! And enjoy it. You can replace the sriracha sauce for gochujang, but it has a different flavor.